Hi everybody and welcome back to some more MotoGP 15. This is KPG-GOONER 14 here, and today we've got a new DLC pack to have a go on. It's the Red Bull Rookies Cup. Now this is going to be on a 250cc KTM bike. Now all the bikes are going to be the same, so this is going to be a really challenging competition. So let's get straight into it and choose an official rider. So having a look at all the official riders, they're all about 18 and below, some as young as 14. That's unbelievable. So they're all the same KTM 250cc, so it's just a matter of just choosing a rider. I'm going to go with a British rider. I believe in this competition the only British rider is Rory Skinner. He's about 14 years old, he's only had a couple of races, so that's who we're going to select. So let's see what races we've got in this championship. Here we go. So this championship is going to consist of 5 races, and the first one, San Marino. So let's get straight into this championship and get into qualifying. So here we go. So on this championship, because all the KTM bikes are the same, we can't improve the bike, but we can make adjustments using the engineer, or if we want to do our own custom setup. But we're not going to adjust the bike at all. We're going to get straight on into the qualifying and try and put in a good time. But this is not going to be easy. I've got no advantage. The bikes are all the same. It's just going to be down to rider skill. So let's get out onto this San Marino Misano track and try and put in some good times. It is a track that I quite like, and at the moment the weather conditions are dry, so that should be good for these sort of bikes. So here we go with the first qualifying. So here we are on qualifying, and we've done a few laps so far, and our time's been quick enough for 6th position on the grid. But we realised after a few laps that on these 250cc KTM bikes, the riders, these young riders, take the apexes so close. They go around the corners so much quicker than I was expecting. Now on the bigger, faster bikes, you obviously ride a lot quicker once you're on a straight line, but around the corners you're a little bit measured, and they're not as nimble around the corners. Oh God, as you just seen that, I'm really trying to push this bike to get a better time. They take them a lot tighter and quicker, so I'm not going to be able to brake as much into the corners if I want to gain the same sort of speed the other riders are. But at the moment we're really struggling to get the sort of times that we need if we want to start in the front row of the grid. But this lap's not too bad so far. Let's check the split time. So we're just a little bit slower than we need to be, but we're still close to that time. Can we get a really fast section here towards the end of this lap? And let's see if we can get better than 6th. Really throttle it through this section. Try not to brake as much. Like I said, they barely brake into some of these corners on these 250cc bikes. I was really surprised. I haven't done the Moto 3 bike for a while, and now I'm realising that they're a hell of a lot more nimble, and you can throw them around the corners. So at the moment we're 0.7 quicker. Can we get pole position in this lap? And that would be really good in this first race of this championship in qualifying. Come on, last corner. Is this going to be quicker? Come on, push it to the end. Oh, 2nd place. So let's just check qualifying and see how far we are away. So we're 0.2 away. Do you know what? We've still got plenty of time on this qualifying. I'm going to go back out there and see if I can get pole position. So here we go. So here we are on our final lap to try and get pole position. We've got 2nd on the grid so far, and we're trying to push this bike as much as we can to get pole position. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to do it, but I'm going to go as hard as I can on this final lap and try and get pole position. That would be an absolutely amazing start to this new championship on this 250cc KTM bike. But if we don't, we're going to have to start 2nd on the grid and just try and push the guy in first. Well, guy, should I say boy, because they're all under 18, as much as we can. So let's try and go into these last couple of sections as fast as we can and see if we can get pole position. That would be amazing. So what's the time? We've got 1:46.3 to beat. Can we beat it? Let's have a look at the last split time. God dear, we're 0.9 quicker. Can we finish these last 2 corners and get pole position here? This has been an absolute blinding lap. I have literally not made any mistakes. I've tried to take each corner with hardly any braking to see if I can take as much speed through them as I can. So we get a good drive out that corner. Can we finish here and get pole position? Come on. Have we done it? Oh, I don't know if we've done it. Didn't see that time. Was it quick enough? Yes! So we start the new championship on this Red Bull Rookies Cup in first place on the grid. That's absolutely amazing. So let's get into the race and really nail down some good lap times to try and win this first race. So here we go. Right guys, it's race day around Misano in San Marino. Now this is in a quality track. I'm really looking forward to this. It's in good conditions. Also guys, let's try and get 20 likes on this video today. And if you want to see the entire championship of this Red Bull Rookies Cup, let me know in the messages below. If you want me to go straight back to the other career modes that I've started on this channel, just let me know in the messages. Let's try and get as much support on this video today. I want to do the entire championship, but if it's not something you want to see, just let me know in the messages below. So let's get into this race. We're starting from the front. Let's try and get our first win. Here we go. Right, so here we go with the first race in this Red Bull Rookies Championship. And we hold no advantage over any of the other riders. This race is just down to pure racer skill. Trying to take those corners as quick as we can. Hardly any braking. Close to the apex. And just try and hold and control this race if we can, but we just lost a bit of speed through those first couple of corners, not fast enough, so we've dropped down into P2, but I know that we can get through this next section a little bit quicker. We can just nip out the inside of this one here. Oh, that's brilliant. Control. Oh, there's a few that have come off there. That's such a tough corner with so many riders going around that section. I wasn't surprised there was going to be a few accidents around there, but we've managed to get slightly ahead here and try and hold this if we can. We don't want to group up with the others, going around those tough corners. That's when we may get knocked off. This corner I struggled in qualifying, not holding enough speed through that corner. I brake too much. They're catching me up again. So tough, so close. This is going to be nail biting right to the end. I'm not going to be able to pull any distance over any of the riders. Like I say, no, we don't hold any extra speed on the straights. It's just down to how fast we take these corners and how much we do not use the brakes. So let's try and open the throttle in this section here. I know that I can take this section quite quickly. Let's try and use those brakes right at the last minute and just try and control it into these last couple of corners. We're going so quick here, almost full pace. Got the brakes on. Oh God, on the curb, that was close. Let's get into this slow section here. God, this is really tough. Try and hold it, and then back end squirm a bit there. As I really slowed it down. See, God, it's so tight. So that's how we got to take nearly all the corners as tight as that. That was pretty good. Last corner, the first lap, it was a bit wide there. Oh God, contact. God, I almost took out the back end there. That was so close. But because I didn't take that tight enough, I gave them the opportunity to try and get up the inside. But they're trying to get me here. They got in my slipstream. It's got the inside of me. Can I just hold him off, going into the second turn here? Oh, it's so close. We're making contact, but nothing that's going to knock us off our bike. We're trying to control the bike as much as we can. Again, I'm trying not to use the brakes, but I'm just running wide slightly there. Right, this section is going to be tough. If I go too slow, they're going to just get right into me and knock me off. But I managed to control it then. I think there was another accident. So that's going to happen on every... Oh God, I've ran it wide here. That's going to happen on every time in that slow section. So tough. It is, even on the GP bikes, I always find if you go around that corner with too many riders, there's always someone that comes off. But luckily, because we're out in front, we're escaping the packs and we're not getting in that bunch there and we're not struggling around those corners. But at the moment, they're still so close behind me. I'm not pulling away at all. And I've run it wide again. They're going to take me here up the inside, yes. So I'm dropped down into P3. So again, if I don't take the corners fast enough, they're just going to go past me. I've got a little bit of slipstream there. It's got the inside of them here. Try and get back into P1. Right, so we're back into P1. Can we hold it here? We've got to take this section slightly quicker. We don't want to go into this final corner with them right behind us. Otherwise, we're going to get knocked off, I think. It happened to me a couple of times in qualifying, but that was only with a few riders here and there. Now you've got about, I think we've got 10 riders. I think there's 2 packs. There's a group of 10 behind me, and then another pack further back. Going to the last corner. Oh God, that was literally on the apex there. Really trying to get as much speed we can through these last few corners, and we're just going into the final lap and we're leading this race, but by the skin of our teeth. Can we hold on to this first race with this Rory Skinner, the 14-year-old that's probably never won a GP race like this in this championship, but we're doing all right so far. I always thought it would be very difficult. We are on the hardest level, and the times are going to be really quick, even on these KTM 250cc bikes. But I think it's going to go down to the last few corners in this race. I don't think I'm going to win it by any clear margin, but I'm doing all right so far. What is the gap? It's going to be quite close. I think it's going to be at least less than half a second. Let's try and go for this corner a bit quicker than we did in the previous lap. See, that's the sort of corners you want to take. You've got to take them as tight as possible. Don't give him any room to try and take us up the inside. So again, we've got to go really close to the apex. Again, that's not bad. Slightly wide, trying to get the drive out of that corner, but it was enough to stop any of the riders got the inside of me. So this is the last section of the race. Can we hold for the first race in this Red Bull Championship with Rory Skinner? So let's try and really go for this section as quick as possible. Really going to take a risk here. I want to get in that last corner without them anywhere near me, so they can take. I don't want to give them the opportunity, but I've gone to the curb a bit there. Again, this section's really tough. I've got a 0.6 of a gap. I think that's going to be enough. But they're catching me. Can I go for these last corners? It's got to be as close as possible. Final corner, I've got to take really close as well. Hardly any break. Last corner, that's not bad. Get the drive. Let's check behind us. Oh god, it's going to be close. Are they going to catch me? They're in my slipstream. No, I do it. Get my first race win with Rory Skinner in this Red Bull Rookies Championship. That's absolutely brilliant. It was a very close race. Oh, literally 0.179. That was very close. So I think these races in these championships are going to be very close. There's not going to be much in it. It's literally going to be down to rider skill and just taking the risk and not using the brake. I'm not used to doing that. On the GP bikes, you do have to use a lot more brake control with front and back brakes, but in this it's about just trying to coast through the corners as much as you can. I hope you enjoyed this first race in this championship, and like I said, let's try and get 20 likes in this video today, and let me know if you want to see the full championship in this Red Bull's Rookies Championship. And also I've left the full replay in TV mode for you to watch after. I hope you enjoy it, and I will see you very soon. Thank you much for watching, and bye bye.